grannies. Come sit down. Come sit and feel old with me. Feeling so old. Today is the last day of school. The kids here go to year-round school, and it's time for summer vacation, which means next year they're all gonna feel older and more mature. That in the next couple of months I have to go buy new shoes, which are sized up, clothes, which are longer legs, and I'm just sitting here and I'm feeling old. I feel like I don't have any control over this time marching by thing. Hit me hard this morning. Nah, whatever. There is something I do have control over. Yarn. I got control over yarn. I have some granny squares from the Montgomerie Flower Garden card deck, which is keeping me lively and fresh, right? What cards did I pick? I really enjoyed these this week. Probably my second favorite is the Anemone. A-N-E-M-O-N-E. Anemone. It says 3D motif in parentheses. How beautiful is that? And I got my colors down. You ready? I did good. I did really good. How's that? Oh, I love it. So that's that yellow that just keeps on yellowing. I'm down to the small ball of it now. This is a spring green, which I think is a Caron 1 pound. I think it's something frost, green frost or something. It's lost its label a very long time ago, and I'm just working on the itty bitty bits. So I got my green and my yellow, and then this light pink is worked up in 2 rounds. One was a V-stitch, and then you're adding your doubles in it. Very, very pretty. And then the final round was just some back loops, single crochets, which really helped those petals pop. I really like that technique of making things stand out and giving them just a little bit more stitch definition. Looks great. And then on the card, it said to do an extended single crochet with these in-between petal pieces, and it wasn't long enough. It was pulling it all in, which I could see the benefit of pulling those stitches in and smashing them down to make these look longer. But in doing that, the whole petal, it did 3D puff, but in an ugly way that each petal didn't stand out. So I modified. I just did a triple crochet down to the middle. And then you work that on the granny. Remember I said I was gonna stop skipping the grannies. I need to do the ones that have just granny base, and then you attach your flower. I forgot my own tip. So when I need to attach a flower to a base, I leave that first round or the second round, I leave an extra long tail so that I could sew it on there. I didn't. I had so much fun picking the colors and stitching it up. It almost looks like 2 separate flowers to me. It's so pretty. Stacked. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I didn't granny brain. I didn't leave the long enough strand to tie it on. So when I was working the final round of my granny, I stopped, kind of lined it up, figured out that where I could do a single crochet. So you got your corner piece, a cluster, a granny piece. So in between the 2 clusters, I just threw in a simple single crochet and attached my flower on there. One of my favorites. Thumbnail. You know you can custom design your thumbnails, right? If you just take a picture, you can go to your photographs and grab whatever you want. Yeah, but I like this one. Proud of it. It turned out really good, in my humble opinion. The next one, by coincidence, I said I'm gonna grab the top 2 off the deck. I didn't remember from the week before where I was in the deck or what was gonna come up next. I'm just gonna grab the top 2. That one, okay, bueno. And then this one was another make a granny square, but by the time I finished that one and attached it, I remembered that I was supposed to leave the tail. So this one, what is this one called? Aster. And it also says 3D motif. Coinky dink? I don't know. So I made my granny square, and then I started on the motif. And this one, there are a whole lot of stitches all bunched up on a tiny little ring. So you chain, you make a couple stitches, you chain down, you slip, and you chain back up. So it gave those 2 post stitches a lot of fluid because they're chains, so they work and manipulate themselves amazingly to fit between those solid petal stitches in the middle. Try not to give away too much, but Claire put a lot of time and effort into these designs to get them to behave just how she had them in her little artistic mind. I love it. So even though it was worked in a round, these petals all stand freely and they stack upon themselves. That's a good looking square. And it was so simple. Oh man, I could see just making a whole baby blanket just with just different colored petals. Maybe have your background all the same. Make your background different. Who knows? Who cares? There's so much you can do with that. And as a tummy time blanket, when baby's laying down and learning how to like lift their head, and when they start doing that little booty scoot thing where they're starting to like crawl and get a little momentum, something like that, catching their eye in the corners of a blanket or an edge of a bordered a blanket or something, that would motivate a little baby to get over there and try and put it in their mouth, right? My babies are growing up. Well, if your children, grandchildren, or just lovely little children in the neighborhood are getting ready to start their summer vacation, I hope there's many, many popsicles and jugs of Kool-Aid waiting for them, because it's going to be a scorcher, folks. It's going to be a warm summer, and I hope that they enjoy every moment of it, because thinking back, I think summer vacation was the time when most of the growing up happened, right? All of the adventures, all the fun memories of long lazy days. And I'll be sitting here in my garden crocheting up some granny squares. All right, friends, no fancy stitches, just the basic simple stitches combined to make some stunning artwork. Claire Montgomerie, thank you very much for another fun adventure with my granny square deck. I appreciate you, and I appreciate all of you. If you're working on the granny square deck, go ahead and email me. My email's in the description box below. Email me some pictures. I want to see what color combinations are you working with, or what cards. Are you making one blanket with one card? Are you making them all? Share with me. I'd love to see what's going on. That is the best part about our YouTube Yarny community, is the interactions. I thrive off of it. All right, friends. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.